Hey everybody, good morning. How is it going? Welcome back to the Morning Mug. Hoo-wee! Some technical issues just before getting on. Yeah, that's how it is. Your computer's like, how good are you, Huck? You ready? so, maybe a minute behind, but we're all good. So, yeah, a lot to talk about today. We lost one of our great character actors, Paul Rubens. We will definitely be talking about him today. And I have a very special guest joining me this morning, which I'll bring him on right after the intro. So you guys know the drill, man. You grab a drink, grab a snack, sit back and relax because it is time for the morning mug. Hey everyone, welcome to the morning mug. Now let's chat. Look who's here!
Good morning, everyone. The mega muggers out there.
The mega muggers. Oh, be careful. I could be some serious consequences. How you doing, bud? Good morning.
Doing good. It sounded like a hurricane backstage, though, so hopefully all the tech is going
Oh
good.
my God, it's so weird. Like, just like that intro to get the Pee-wee on the stand, like, and like everything was hanging up. Like, it wasn't exporting, and even StreamYard, it wasn't importing, and like, you know what? I think I just better hurry up and just do a full shutdown, boot it all back up, with like 4 minutes till. Nailed it though. Can't let that kind of stuff get you down, hold you back. But let's see who's hanging out this morning. Mike, ready to talk to us? Keeping the Collectors Club love going. He's got the collector. I forgot to grab mine because I didn't have enough time. I ran out of time. But there it is. Nice merch. Dimension Scots is here. What's going on? Good morning, Hux. How was the live stream? It was good last night. Mike, how was it for you?
I did terrible. I did equally bad on every category. Now I know I have to go back and watch classic sci-fi movies. You didn't have that much modern sci-fi, Huck. I'm like, where's the Star Wars prequels on here? Like, I'm ready to go. And then all this classic. I'm like,
yeah, you're right. It's funny when you're putting them all together. My brain's trying to like cross enough things to see. More. Maybe some people are into the real classics, and So I think probably what the newest stuff that was popping in there was like Independence Day, and actually there was clips of the Matrix. But yeah, I know it's tough when it's all over. It's like, all right, newer stuff. I forget a lot of you guys are much younger, and the newer stuff plays better. But you did good, man. You did good.
It was fun. That was the most important part.
Constance is here saying, hey, I think Susan's gonna get Guardians. I think so. What Sue gonna get? Always play that game on a Tuesday. Let me in. There you are. You are in, sir. My fellow huckster. Hey, buddy. Past, present, and future. How's everyone this morning? Good, man. We're good. Just watching Back to the Future Part 2 before this. Nice. That's so much fun. Who doesn't want a hoverboard? I do.
I do too.
I would kill myself because I'm not even good on a regular skateboard, but still won't mind. What's going on, Sean? Watch all three back to back. Oh, that's fun. That's always good. Hey, how are you? Mariage is here. Evening, morning, hucking everyone. Nice to see you. Hisham's here. Look at that, your buddy. So, Huck, how you doing today? I'm doing great, man. Got my boy Mike here with me. Let's see. Good morning, Huck, everyone. What's going on, Tony? I know you're ready to get out there. It's going to be a good day for releases. I can't wait to go over that. You ready for this? Oh, the kitten paws is here. Oh, everyone. She saw me running around, slamming my doors. You hear papers flying everywhere. Let's see. Saying hey to Sean. Hey to Kitten Paws. Let's see. Oh, is there an echo happening? Here, let's listen to us real quick.
I hear a slight static in the background.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. Do you? I don't hear anything.
On mine. Very slight static, like you got to listen to it.
All right, let's hear it one more time. I think we sound great.
All right, that sounds good to me.
I always got to do a little put it off to the side there. Let's see. Hey, everyone. If anyone else is hearing anything, let me know because maybe sometimes it's just how the signal is reaching certain people. So look at that saying hey to Kitten Paws. Isn't that nice? Oh, it's better now. Okay. I don't know what we did, R&D, but I'm glad we have the magic touch. Let's see. Sean saying, hey, Jim is here. What's up, bud? I'm going to miss Pee Wee. Yeah, me too. Yeah, that guy, Mike, I don't know if you've been looking at stuff on Paul Rubens, but apparently he was big on birthdays, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he would, if he remembered your birthday, you would get like 5 texts throughout the day, just reminding you of your birthday and hope you're having a great time. I was looking up, people, he went here. Well, we'll just pop it up. Actually, let me see if I still have the photo. Anyway, I don't. But anyway, he was at the Groundlings Theater, with like people like Elvira, like Cassandra Peterson, that they were pals there, and other people like Lorraine Newman, Bill Hartman, I think. It's just all kinds of great people that came out of the Groundlings. And here it is. There it is. So there's your Paul Rubens guy, best known for Pee Wee, of course. Pee Wee's Big Adventure, Pee Wee's Big Top. Got a couple of goodies here I want to share. So I watched this again last night. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Have you seen that?
Yeah, that's the '90s one, right?
Yes, it's the movie with Christy Swanson, and Christy's really good. It's an interesting take, and of course, you have this great film here, Mystery Man.
Mystery Man, so good.
Right, you're a fan of that. So yeah, definitely got some Paul Rubens represent. Well, here let me get to Buffy again real quick. So Buffy was interesting. So he really stands out. Do you remember the Paul Rubens part when he gets staked and he's like,
Oh, okay, that was who he was. Okay.
He looks at Buffy like he just kind of steals the show when he's on screen. He gets his arm yanked off and he's like, oh, now I'm gonna have a bad day, And Rutger Hauer was the lead vampire, and honestly, despite being like the dominant figure in like Blade Runner, he all but disappears in this movie around other people. Like he lacks the gravitas he normally has in anything that he's in, especially when Buffy's around and when Paul Rubens is around. What's your memory of Buffy?
Oh, I haven't seen that Buffy movie in the longest time, so I need to get that Blu-ray actually. Because I think the last time I saw it was when I was a kid. It had to have been before I was like 10 years old watching it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
House on like VHS.
It was a long time.
It was kind of scary as a kid. As a little kid, I'm like, oh gosh, these vampires are kind of creeping me out.
Yeah, and it's funny too because like there's a scene, and it's been a long time for me too. I actually found this at Amoeba Records when I went to Amoeba, and the digital code in there was still good. I was like, oh cool. Nice. But so seeing it again, it definitely lacks some of that spark the TV show had. The TV show is a little bit more with it, and like when they stake the vampires in the TV show, they burst into flames and all that. I totally forgot that when they get staked in this movie, virtually nothing happens. So like I'm so conditioned on Sarah Michelle Gellar's version that when they get staked, they just go dead. I'm like, oh. So it's a little bit of a death disappointment with the vampires. But there was a scene where one of the vampires is running up and down the basketball court. And I like how it doesn't freak anybody out. Like the kid is, and he's not hiding it. He's like, he's got the teeth out and the blood's coming out. And people are just kind of handing him the ball. And the coach is just like, this is unprofessional. Like, I mean, it's a vampire out there. So I didn't know where the tone was with it sometimes.
So it was more like a horror comedy, I guess.
It was very much a horror comedy, yeah. And Luke Perry from 90210 was really good. But like one of the basketball players on the court was Ben Affleck, dude.
Oh, wow. I don't even remember.
Basically, Ben's dribbling the ball, and then nasty vampire guy comes up to him. He's like, and Ben just goes, take it. And I'm like, that was Ben Affleck. And then that's the last you saw of him. So I was like, all right then, And it's weird because there was a dance, a prom dance, the big prom dance where they all show up and they all start grabbing people and munching them and everything. And that's where Buffy has to come out full force. sometimes when you shoot movies like this, you sort of remember some of your extras because Ben Affleck basically would have been a glorified extra because he got the ball and he handed the ball. So I was kind of looking for him at the prom, thinking, oh, they need a lot of people, and Ben's got to be one of them. They'll probably eat Ben. I never saw him again.
He never came back.
Yeah, so I thought that was a little bit of a missed recasting of an extra moment.
I know they could have explained how we became Batman with all of that.
I mean, all of that. All right. Well, now speaking of that, so what is your take now that the Snyderverse? You're a fan of superhero stuff like me and DC. What is your take that we never got to have Ben Affleck his own Batman?
Oh, yeah.
Right, like Cavill never got a sequel, but Ben never got a first.
Yeah, Ben Affleck should have definitely been Batman. To me, in Batman vs. Superman, he had the best parts by far. All the warehouse action scenes, those were amazing. Dude. We should have definitely got a Ben Affleck Batman. They should have stuck what they were doing with the DC universe and not done this whole reset thing. I think they could have, if they did a few things, they added a Man of Steel sequel in there. They did a Ben Affleck's Batman. I think we could have had something on our hands there because Shazam was great. Aquaman was great. We had stuff cooking there, and then they gave up on it too soon.
Yeah, I feel like I get that there was a little bit of tonal issue with the Snyder stuff. That, look, I mean, I guess you could have just taken Snyder away from some of those projects. Let somebody else direct a Superman sequel. Let Ben direct the Batman thing, and then see where it goes. Because I think they would have brought their own charm as long as Snyder wasn't the one saying, "Oh, tone's not my tone," and that's why, like in the Marvel universe, like whenever the brothers took over, they did their thing. They kept within the tone, but they sparked it up with their style. And Sam Raimi came in and put his little touch into it. So yeah, I figure if we could have had a few more inputs from other people.
Oh yeah, because they had talent with that for sure. Like James Wan directing Aquaman movies. Like James Wan's a great director, so they had talented people in front of the camera, behind the camera, involved with a lot of the movies. I just think they had a few missteps in there that turned people off with, once again, that Justice League issue. Then a lot of people didn't like Wonder Woman 84 and all of that, but I think they could have rebounded from those.
Yeah. Well, what was your, to roll it back to Paul, did you watch Pee-wee's Playhouse growing up?
I've never seen, I don't think I've seen much of any of that. I tried watching the new one that was on Netflix, was it? And I don't think I could get through. I'm like, this is terrible.
Oh, really?
So I don't know which one that was, what Pee-wee that was called, but yeah, you brought up that he was in Mystery Men. I didn't even realize he was in Mystery Men, but he was the Spleen then, correct?
Yes, he
was great as the Spleen. I didn't even recognize that was him. Spleen is hilarious in that movie.
Oh, Spleen's great.
I love that movie. That movie is so funny.
And that's another movie that tonally is different, right? It kind of hits you or it doesn't. I actually remember the first time I saw it, I was really excited to see it because I liked all the comedic talent in it. But I wasn't sure. The first time I saw it, I was actually just kind of with it. But it's still my cup of tea. So I'm like, it's one of those cult movies. I'm like, I'm going to watch it again. And then I watch it another time. I'm like, okay, I like it a little bit more. And now every time I watch it now, I just get more and more out of it.
Yeah, it was before its time. It
was
too early in.
It was
so good though.
Yeah, I was doing it before. And it's another one of those things too. Like I showed my daughter this movie. I'm like, oh, this is not going to be a home run. And she loved it. Like you just never know what people are going to like. I'm like, well, all right, did not see that coming. Whereas I showed her Gremlins, and that one wasn't as well received. I was like, all right, cool. It's interesting to see where it lands. Each of these little classic things lands. So
see now the 80s are classics.
Oh yeah, they were classics when they were being made, man. They were so good. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna miss Paul Rubens and Pee-wee. Like for me, it was more like Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I didn't watch the show that much. That wasn't really when I was growing up. It was just not something I watched a lot. I caught some episodes. They were pretty funny, but it was Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Oh, and this is another thing too, Mike. I've noticed when a celebrity when they die as collectors, their stuff goes up in price.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that because that happened. I was just about to buy Grease. Literally, I see someone's here. Michael Hubbard's here. Like he remembers this. We were talking, but it was $11.99 on Amazon. It was like in my cart. I'm like, I was getting ready. I don't know, either for the show or to do something, or I said I'll just come back to it tonight, add more to the cart, and then that day, Olivia Newton-John passes away, and it shot up to $25 or something like that. I'm like, what? It was $11.99 for weeks. And now it's like, it's just struggles to get. I think it got $15.99 during the Amazon Prime sale.
Oh yeah, that's not too bad then.
But that was okay. So I thought, all right, well, if that's where they're going to go, I'll wait. I didn't grab it then just because I was waiting to see if it dropped another buck or two, and then the sale was over. So I'm like, all right, I see where the bottom is now for that movie. But like, it's hard to even find Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Like, that's not really expensive. Like it's a pricey little Blu-ray for some reason. So of course, this is one where as soon as I heard, I'm like, oh, Paul Rubens passed away. I don't have Pee-wee's Big Adventure. And I literally, that's how I thought. And I went to eBay, and there's a really great, you might like this. There's a Tim Burton box set. Have you seen that? It's got 7 movies in it. It's got like, it's like Blu-rays? Yeah, it's like it's 2 Batmans, Beetlejuice, Mars Attacks, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I might be missing one, but yeah, so it's this nice little set. It comes with a book, and I'm like, ooh, I like books. I like those little collectible books, but I just hadn't jumped on it in a while. So, but as soon as that happened, I went right to eBay because you can't even find it on Amazon at the right price. But if you can get it for like 28 or less, that's great.
That's a great deal. Yeah.
7 movies, Blu-ray with a book in a box. I'm like, so I found it. Boom. Add to cart. It's already on its way. So, whew, because I'm just waiting for those eBay prices to go up.
Yeah.
Just because that movie's in there. All right, let's get back to it. See, Jim's here. What's up, Doug?
Hey, Jim.
Come on, Jim. Tony. Tony, what you gonna get? Hisham says, Dominic Toretto, Barbie, we are family. Family, Barbie. Get the hell out of my movie. Let's say, hey, Caveman's here. Good morning, Huck. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for last night. A special thanks to Kitten Paws. Mike, you did fine. Hey, everyone in the chat. It's all about the competition. Paul Rubens was a comedic genius, great as Pee-wee, and Everybody Loves Raymond. Oh, was he in Everybody Loves Raymond? I didn't see enough of that to remember he was in.
Yeah, I don't remember him in there. I've only seen a handful of episodes.
Yeah, same. What's up, my friend? Michael is here. Always a pleasure. Oh, Mike, there weren't that many classics. I should know because I only knew Metropolis, Plan 9.
See, those were the ones I knew, though. So it was weird the ones I didn't get right. Like even the When Worlds Collide, I recommended that every day, and I still didn't get that one right.
Mike, I'm telling you,
threw me off.
That was the one. I'm like, Mike is gonna crush it. He's gonna be writing faster, and you're like, I don't remember. I'm like,
yeah. Well, that poster looked awesome, and I'm like, that makes this movie seem more action packed because it's not a very action packed movie. I'm like, that looks more like War of the Worlds style, like you were saying. I'm like,
oh yeah.
So it didn't click in my brain. I'm like, that looks like a really fun action movie. So
I'm telling you, the posters from those times, Mike, they were just so artistic. I mean, those were posters, man. Those were things. That's why they cost so much to collect, because they're pieces of art. They're not just a Photoshop mess slapped together. I mean, they were really something to look at. And so, yeah, when I showed you that, I'm like, it's not War of the Worlds because it really feels like War of the Worlds. But yeah. Hi, Tony. Let's see. Sean. Hey, boom. Morning, gentlemen. Good morning.
Ooh, the champion.
The champion's here. Gee, surprised he got any sleep, The crowd came out, started having drinking buddies over, celebrating that victory.
Adrian.
So, in fact, yes, if you haven't gone, check out the trivia show last night, y'all. It was a lot of fun. I don't know what it was, like right out of the gate. Like, I had, in case anybody wonders why I completely botched the intro to that, is I realized everyone was still up on the screen. And because of how much stuff I had set up for the game, I'm like trying to fumble for the mouse. I'm like, I was just trying to bring me full screen. And then I ended up taking myself off the stream. And then I was like, oh, crap. And then I tried to just throw the graphic up. And then we all popped up. And then the graphic, I'm like, oh, my God, best opening ever. right? I mean, come on, you got to roll.
It
With
was
that.
great. It was great.
You got to roll with that. But anyway, how you doing, Adrian? Good to see you again. You were doing really good in the chats, Adrian. Like Kid and Paws was watching you. Kid and Paws, if you're still out there, tell everyone how well, Adrian, I forget who else, but you were racking up the score pretty well in the chats. Hey, Dave and Adrian. Marriott says, hey. Let's see. Let's just skip past some of the hays here. Okay. Slow 06 is here, says, hey, Huck and Mike, we'll be watching trivia later today. Haven't been here for a few weeks. Would you give your quick thoughts on Barbie?
Yeah. Huck, you start with the positives first, and then I'll get into a rant.
Sure, get to a rant. All right, if you want to do it in that order, okay. All right.
Or however you prefer. Should I rant on it first?
Because it's funny because then I want to ask you about Haunted Mansion, which you thought was hilarious.
Yes, I love Haunted Mansion.
And totally is bombing.
Yes.
So
I know everything I love does terrible.
Well,
that's the rule. If I love it, it's gonna do awful.
I know, right? All right. Well, okay. So, but you didn't love Barbie, and it's doing great. So there you go. I guess maybe there's your thing.
That's the thing.
So,
yeah, I didn't love it's gonna do great.
The slow 6. Yeah, we both saw Barbie, and for me, so I went with Barbie, and I took my wife and my daughter. She's 15, so it gives you a little age. And by the way, she didn't play with Barbie, so there's no Barbie connection to the family. Like she doesn't remember all the Barbies, and Becky, my wife, she didn't play with Barbie and have a connection to a certain Barbie. We just know of Barbie and what the toy is like, and the things like when she's holding the plastic milk and pours it, and there's no milk coming out, like just off the bat, because that's how little girls would play with it. They have the plastic stuff, pretend to pour, pretend to drink, and that had me going. Like I was laughing from the start, and then it gets into all the social commentary, which I get and I dig, but it was also so high satire that like all the humans, because they have real world and they have Barbie world, right? And Will Ferrell is the head of Mattel, but he's a complete imbecile. So you kind of got to give it up to Mattel, saying that their company's run by idiots, which is kind of hilarious. Male idiots at that, not a female on the board unless they're a secretary, and so you can't take them seriously. So once I understood the tone, I was just kind of all in. And I thought that the distinctions between each Barbie, like this is the lawyer Barbie, and this is the motorcycle Barbie, that. I remember all those types being out there. I remember of them. So I'm like, oh, okay, great. They're grabbing one of each. And then the Kens, I didn't even realize there was a lot of different Kens, but sure, I guess there are. And there's pregnant Barbie and all that. So all of the little touches and the woman power thing, that was fine. Look, once in a while, I don't mind it when the guys take a hit, because it's not wrong. It's just a little over the head with it. But again, I just rolled with it. I thought it was hilarious. It's in my top 5 of the year. Now, Mike, take it away. Tell me about your bottom 5.
Yes, for sure. So to me, it was very fan servicey, where it was like, Marvel fan service kind of movies.
Yeah.
But the difference with this is I'm not really connected to Barbies. Once again, didn't grow up playing with Barbies. A household full of brothers. We just didn't really play with Barbies at all, right? Now, my only connection was my mom collected hundreds and hundreds of Barbies, but she didn't play with them. They were just on the shelves. But yeah, so the fan service stuff meant nothing to me when they were doing their different characters and oh, this is the pregnant Barbie. This is that Barbie. I'm like, okay, I don't know who they are. So that means nothing.
Right.
And then I just wasn't laughing. So if you're going to do a comedy movie, you got to have the laughters. And I think I laughed maybe one time during the movie.
Oh my God.
The humor did not work for me at all. I know, Huck, you were using the term a lot of people were idiots in the movie, right? Yeah, that's what it felt like. Everybody was just a bozo. And I'm like, I'm not connecting with the bozo mindset here. It's just what? It was just so silly. It was ridiculous. It was okay, it's kind of a fantasy movie, but then not, because it's in the real world. So it's a weird mesh hybrid of a movie. So the rules weren't well enough explained for me. So I'm like, what is this? They're just throwing stuff at the screen. The characters weren't very likable to me. the social commentary. I'm fine with having the social commentary in there and whatever themes and messages they want to go with. But by the end, it was so over the top and kept going for it. I'm like, okay, can we move on to like a story now? Like, come on, let's go somewhere.
But come on, you get the America Ferrera speech, and it's huge. And I don't know about you, but our audience applauded after that speech. That's how good, and that's the thing too. Our audience was good, so that helps.
Yeah.
Was your audience laughing, even if you weren't?
Oh yeah. My audience was having a good time. My wife was having a good time with it. And then it didn't seem like a family movie to me, right? I thought it was gonna be a family comedy, and I'm like, wait, this is very adult. The different words and terms they're using, I'm like, wait, yeah,
But
no,
you
this
know
is
what?
not kid-friendly.
The thing I want to say about that is, and yes, it had a lot of adult humor, but some cartoons do that now.
Yeah.
Even cartoons on TV, they throw in a little humor that's just for the adults so that we are getting it. And I think because we're not girls and we're not young girls, and it is interesting that you and I have the same mentality of we didn't play with Barbies. My house was also all boys, so it was all like action figures and robots and Hot Wheels cars and all that. But yet I was into it and you weren't. So it's very interesting that we have the same sort of going in thing, but the humor just hits us different. Yeah.
But I'm not the only one. My mom did not like the movie either, and she collected hundreds of Barbies, so that was kind of interesting to find out.
That is interesting, yeah. Well, here, let's I tell you what we'll do. Since we're waxing on about old Barbie, let's go ahead and share the box office here. Because this is what happened. Dude, again, Warner Brothers must be clicking their heels, having a grand old time in the old town tonight. Because Barbie is 93 million, dude, on its second weekend. Still, second weekend made more than Mission Impossible made on its first weekend. Indiana Jones, even like everything. I think Guardians is the only thing like that had that kind of numbers, right? When it came out. So that's amazing.
I know, I'm shocked.
You're shocked.
The two best movies of the year so far, well, in terms of box office, Barbie and Super Mario Brothers, I both did not care for either of them. They're just doing great. They're doing great at the box office.
So your wheelhouse is the mega blockbusters. You're out. Yeah,
I guess.
No, last year though,
how the heck is Barbie a blockbuster? I don't get
it. But you know what though? I will say this. So what I think is great about Barbie, and even if it's not clicking with certain people like you and your mom and Sue, that Sue didn't like it either. It's something, and I say this with love because you and I are both superhero fans. It just shows, I think, how people needed something new to catch them off guard, to make them laugh, to take them somewhere else. And look, the production design is absolutely beautiful to look at in Barbie. You can't deny that. So, I mean, some of the songs, if you like them, to me, I did. The songs are hilarious. The opening song where it's changing and Lizzo's singing the Pink song. And as things are changing with Barbie, the song starts changing. The song with Ken, I thought was funny. But I don't know. I just think it's stuff like we haven't had a big comedy. I know it wasn't funny to you, but for many people, clearly it's hitting that sort of funny bone that really hasn't been there. It kind of reminds me of, you saw the Jennifer Lawrence movie, right?
Yes, No Hard Feelings, which is a great movie that should be making $1 billion.
So that is at, okay. I thought it did better. It made it's down here at number 13, 50 million.
Yeah, there's been good comedies. Like Joyride was another good comedy, and that's not doing well.
I really want to see Joyride. I missed that somehow.
See, that's my kind of humor. It's the raunchy kind of humor,
I think it came out close to when I left for my vacation, and then when I came back, I was doing a lot of catching up, and and I think the first thing we had to see before leaving or coming back, I forget, when was Father's Day? It's in June, right? Yeah, it's just before we left. We saw Flash, and then we left on our vacation. That was it.
Yeah.
Which also a lot of people kind of didn't like. I'm learning. The more I'm reading, people are just, dogging out on the old Flash.
And then Oppenheimer there's doing really good at number 2. I'm surprised by that because it's a movie you wouldn't think would do well. A lot of scientists talking,
very
3 hours.
3 hours. I mean, it's good acting, but I think again, it's that same thing as it's just a really good drama. And I think some of the older audience members, as well as younger, are going to things like that. So they both are getting the not the same audience, but the same thing is happening. So Barbie's, a lot of families are going, parents are taking their kids, and guys are taking their girlfriends, and girls are just going by themselves. And then Oppenheimer is just a little bit under that, where maybe some young people are interested because the Barbenheimer, you got to admit that Barbenheimer was brilliant.
Oh yeah, I think Barbie really helped out Oppenheimer. If Oppenheimer did not come out with Barbie, I think Oppenheimer would be like half that box office.
That's an interesting take. Yeah. And I certainly think by mashing them together with the Barbenheimer gets a lot of people intrigued. Yeah, and then adults are getting out because it's a good drama. It's a long haul. And it's got a lot of those Chris Nolan pinging back and forth things, and not very linear. So sometimes you're getting lost in your brain. Like, where are you? And he would sometimes use black and white and then go to color. I wasn't quite sure what the point was with that, because do you know what I mean? Like
yeah, I didn't get that either. I'm like, is the black and white supposed to be a different time period? Is one supposed to be the future? Is one supposed to be the past? I don't know. I don't know if that was made clear by the end of the movie, but it's Christopher Nolan. He always does those kind of things.
Yeah. Because then sometimes it wasn't in black and white. It's like, now it's color with Robert Downey Jr. All right, whatever. I just got to roll with it. It's just, just try to absorb the information from this thing and move on. So yeah, there's your Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom. Let's go. Now that's in my top 5 of the year for sure.
I mean, look how that is.
Sound of Freedom.
150, almost 150 million so far.
Yeah, that's amazing, with no marketing budget at all. Like literally just a grassroots kind of movement, word of mouth.
Yeah, the only thing I hear is when you talk about it, when people are talking about it. I never saw a trailer for it. I never saw promotion for it. And yet it sits higher than Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning right now. That doesn't make sense. Especially when Tom is coming off of that, riding high, $1 billion, Top Gun Maverick. I'm a little shocked that number's that low. Do you think by overshowing that stunt off the cliff, because that's kind of like the big moment when he does that. That's like the big stunt. And we had all seen it 1,000 times on YouTube. And you got the making of the stunt and how the stunt was done. Like that thing was out months before the movie.
Yeah, that could definitely be part of it. Also, just a bad release date with being so close to Barbenheimer. And then also, it's a franchise movie. It seems like people are tired of these big franchises with a lot of sequels. And not only that, it's not like it's one of the best Mission Impossible movies. To me, I put it more mid-lower end of Mission Impossible. And it's a part 1. Some people have issues with part 1s. I do too. I don't like part 1s and part 2s because it always makes the part 1 a little bit less meaningful, a little bit slower, a little bit more just building up to something that you obviously don't get the payoff till the part 2. So I think all those factors contributed to it.
That's pretty sound. Now, and I know you'll agree, because I know you might. The only part 1 that was ever so good was Avengers Infinity War, right? Come on now.
Oh yeah. And that was a rare occasion where I like the part 1 better than the part 2.
Yeah.
But everything else, I mean, like Dune part 1, you could tell was a lot slower, character building.
Big setup. Although I did like Dune part 1.
Yeah, visually I liked it. Technically, it was amazing. Yeah.
Story wise, you didn't care.
I'm still so lost with Dune. Like I've seen part 1 now a couple times. I went back and watched the original. The lore is not seeping in for me yet. Like I'm still like, I don't get like the different planets and the people yet. Like I'm not connecting with it yet.
Yeah, it's a lot to absorb. It's still, like I watched it and I'm not even going to say I got all of it. But I got enough that time. So there you go. That's the box office.
The Haunted Mansion. Yes, everybody see Haunted Mansion. Is awesome.
Tell us about.
So Haunted Mansion was one I could actually connect to the fan servicey stuff because I just got back from New Orleans, Huck. Tons of New Orleans stuff. It is the New Orleans movie. Like you see a ton of New Orleans locations. You see a ton of New Orleans stories. Like if you've done the ghost tour in New Orleans, you're gonna connect way more to this movie. So The fan servicey stuff was perfect, and it felt just like the Disneyland ride too. So it had all of that covered. It was just fun, and it was a funny movie too. That was a movie I was laughing nonstop, and the cast is great. And I was surprised by the cast. Like I didn't know, oh, that person showed up in this movie. Okay, that kind of shocked me. So all around, it's just like the perfect family comedy in my opinion. So sad to see it not doing so well.
Yeah, what do you think? Because it only took 24 million in. So and at number 3, it's not going to do better. Do you think the taste of the old Eddie Murphy movie not being great just haunted, no pun intended, people? So they're like, oh, that again. And honestly, I'm glad it was funny because by the trailers, I didn't think it was that funny. I just thought it was okay. The trailers okay.
The trailers were not great. And then also the release timing again. They need to pick better release timing for these movies because this is totally an October movie. Like there's Halloween stuff in the movie by the end of it. It's like, why are you not releasing close to Halloween? It would have been a perfect movie for, families to take the younger kids out to a Halloween movie, that aren't going to go to the rated R horror stuff during that month. That would have been perfect. But nope, you release close to another family movie, Barbie. Obviously, Barbie is going to overtake it. So,
yeah, I'm definitely shocked it calls like that, like Insidious. It made 78 million. Yeah, you sandwiched it with all these other big movies and Haunted Mansion too. To me, like September, October, like maybe like September, that Labor Day weekend, that would have been a perfect weekend for Haunted Mansion, and to roll it into the October time as well. I don't know. You're dropping something like that during.
We're not even into fall season yet.
I know.
In summer. What is this?
Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, well, I'm glad it's funny for you. I'll have to get out and see it this week. Hopefully that'll be a thing. He was Locke in Nightmare Before Christmas too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Very cool. Mario says Pee-wee is not that big in Finland, but he was quite funny on an episode of Somebody Feed Phil that I translated. And subtitled for Netflix. Nice. So I watched the Tim Burton movie with him. I quite liked it. Nice. That's very good. I never knew that was him. See, we're all learning something. Cool. I'm only Paul Runes in Batman Returns as Oswald Cobblepot's father. Oh, dang. For real? Is that right?
That's right. That's right.
That's great, Hisham. See, this is great. I forgot all about that. It's been a while since I've seen Batman Returns. But it's in that box that I just ordered. Also, I have it on 4K. So I remember Paul's Pee-wee. He was a late night talk show host, and he killed it. He had a super quick wit and allowed him to pop off a joke at the host when they tried to trip him up. Yeah, when you got fast minds like him and Robin Williams, you can't try to take them out because then they just make you look silly. Pee-wee's Big Adventure was my fave. What about Large Marge? Tell him Large Marge sent you. Do you remember Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Mike?
No, I didn't see that one.
Oh, you haven't seen that yet? Yeah. You gotta see it for Large Marge.
I just saw the movie. Was it Marge and Large Go Large? Something like that. I don't
know. Yeah. It's funny because every time I saw that title, I would just think of Large Marge.
That's actually a pretty good movie, by the way.
Was it?
Yeah, it's decent. Decent stream.
Lance says, hey, everyone. I'm just watching Friends, the one where Ross and Rachel take a break. We were
on a break.
It's funny you say that, Lance. I don't know, maybe you cut my glass. So I got my Friends glass today. So I tried to tie it in a little bit because Lisa Kudrow also went to the Groundlings, as did Paul Rubens. So that's my connection because I don't have a Pee-wee drinking glass. So it's as close as I'm going to get. Let's see. Lance, it's your first round watching Friends. Have you seen the show before? Because yes, I've seen him. It's my top comedy of all time. So I've seen that over and over. I got the Blu-rays, I got the DVDs, got the big old box set over there. Super good. DCU should have been left alone. Would have eventually been great. I don't know. Its track record just kept. I mean, I get it. I do get it because numbers dictate it was not going in a good direction. That's the problem. And, DC wants Marvel money. And if they're not seeing Marvel.
Yeah, it was not Marvel money for sure, except Aquaman. Aquaman is still the number number
Yeah.
one DC movie out there. A lot of people don't realize that. They think it's The Dark Knight or whatever it might be, but no, Aquaman did great. So
Yeah, it's a $1 billion movie. And Wonder Woman did extremely well.
Mhm.
So yeah, but then not so many mega hits. Hey there, Lance. I prefer the I was in the pool.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun.
Shrinkage. It's not shrinkage, it's shrinkage. That's great. Fish. Hello. The secret player from last night. Ready to see the new Vinegar Syndrome release in about 45 minutes. Is that right? Is it coming out in 45 minutes? Mike, do you know what that is? Do you have any insight?
No, I still only have 2 Vinegar Syndrome titles. It's just not the label for me. I'm like,
Dude, I'm with you. Look, I know that everybody out there who loves Vinegar Syndrome. I mean, if you look at that list, it is just not stuff that talks to me. And I don't want to just buy it to buy it.
No.
Like they got those great hard boxes. And I went ahead and sucked it up and I got Roadhouse. It's still a lot of money for one movie, but I do like Roadhouse. That was a nice package. But all the other ones, like I don't have any connection to Sidekicks or Cloak and Dagger or things like that. So, I mean, you buy those 2 movies, it's $100 that have zero connection to. And then if you get outside of that, it's all B horror movies and porn. So, like, they're just, yeah. Every now and then, and they do great work. When they do it, they package stuff nice. It looks fantastic. So, to everybody that's a fan of those films, I mean, kudos, because you're getting some sweet looking stuff from Vinegar Syndrome. But I guess it doesn't talk to me and Mike.
Nope.
Hey there, Fish. Fish, does Vinegar Syndrome talk to you? Everybody loving some fish right now? Catching some fish. What is the one Vinegar Syndrome title you have?
So I have Roadhouse, but I didn't get the nice box set. I just wait because the prices are too hefty on those. I'm like, I'll just get the standard disc release when it's like $30. So I got Roadhouse, which was awesome, and then Drop Dead Fred, also awesome.
Yeah, that's the other one.
Got Phoebe Cates in there, so.
And did you get the Drop Dead Fred with the slip on it?
No, I didn't. See, I waited till they got down to the cheapest prices possible, and by that time they don't have any covers or cases. I just get them from Amazon, and you're just lucky if they come in one piece at that point. So.
I know, and they put it in the puffer bag. It's all munched when it gets to your house. Like especially like somebody, it was like, I forget which box set somebody did on, but it was like just a box set like Batman, like the Batman box set I have, and like the corners were just all munched because it was literally in a bag mailer. So they just zipped and they threw it in the thing. I'm like, wow, they just don't understand who's buying these things.
Yeah, it's a 50% destruction rate at least. Half of your stuff will come messed up for sure.
Oh yeah, Pee-wee, almost like Mr. B, very much so. Yeah, that's sort of like, yeah, definitely 2 very distinct characters that have a particular comedic wit for that character, and they land. If you love them, they really are funny. Hey Tony, hope you're well. Yes, saying hey to Sarah. What? Let's see.
Sarah Connor.
Yeah, Sarah Connor. No, this, our gal right here, Masters of all movies, Presswood, DVD collector. How you doing, Sarah? Sometimes it throws me off when I see the actual name. I'm like, yeah, I got to remind myself who all's in there. But yeah, always good to see you, my dear. Okay, got my glasses on so I can see a little better. Nice 4K. I mean, that's how you got to roll, man. You got to see, you got to see. I've learned, I used to wear contacts a lot, but I do so much work at the computer. I don't need contacts. I can literally read everything on my walls right now. So I'm lucky to have good, bad eyes. You know what I mean? I only need them if I'm driving. So yeah, so I stopped wearing contacts a long time ago. But every now and then when I'm going to go to a movie, Mike, like I don't want any distractions, especially if there's going to be a 3D movie, I'll put in the old contacts. Good, Caveman. We're just getting a lot of hays and hellos. Now let's see. Is Mama Blue right in here? Actually, she says, Mike, Hug, Fish, Tony. Nice. No, we talked about Big Top Pee-wee. That's the one I watched a lot growing up. Yeah. I think I've probably only seen Big Top Pee-wee once. Have you seen Big Top Pee-wee?
No. No, I've only seen that or try to watch that latest one on Netflix.
Oh yeah. And that was kind of didn't click with you.
Yeah, it wasn't working for me.
All right, let's see. Fish says, I forgot to say thanks for having me on last night. Well, you're very welcome. Yeah, you're very welcome. All right, let's put a pin in y'all right here because, we got some of our shoppers in here. I know Tony's here, and wow, we got a lot of great comments today. Thanks, y'all. See, Mike, you're bringing the chats.
Yeah.
People love it when we're like bantering back and forth. It's good stuff. So we like to sing it. Let's see it one more time, just to make sure, because I'll sing it for Mama Blu-ray. Is she here? Is Mama Blu-ray here? Anybody see Bonnie yet? I'm scanning. No Bonnie yet. All right, but Bonnie, if she comes, this is the segment we like to call "What's Sue Gonna Get?" What's Sue gonna get? Yeah, your head, Mike.
Yep.
So we're gonna find out right now what Sue gonna get. So let's head on over to that there tab. And we'll see, Mike, I'll ask you too, see what you're thinking of snagging it. If you're snagging it now, you do everything just online, right? You just order everything online.
Yeah, if I can get it online, for sure online.
Yeah, there's nothing like say that, here you go. So you got the Guardian Steelbook.
I got that right next to me. You want to see that one? It came in early. That's why I love ordering from Best Buy. So.
Dude, hey, let's see.
Look at that. Look at that beautifulness.
Dude, that's pretty.
So nice.
Spin it around. What's the back look?
The back is awesome. The back, we got little rocket.
Oh, very cool. Oh yeah, that's right. Right on, man. Look at him.
Yeah.
So now, and I know you've voiced this on your channel many a time, but $40 a pop now on the.
Oh yeah, they're awful. I've ranted on that so many times, but
I watched your rant, man.
But for steelbooks, for the superhero stuff, the way I justify it is that is my favorite genre. So I know I'm gonna rewatch it. Like I'm gonna watch every Marvel and DC movie at least once every year. So I'll get the use out of it. So that's how I justify it. But for most people, no, don't get the steelbooks. Send a message to them, make them cheaper.
Yeah, because I just did a video. I went up the other day to Best Buy, and they were all there, but it's like, oh my God, it's like $40 for like Avatar. I'm like, I like it. I can wait. I'm a patient person because it's $40. It's like, it's a lot, especially when there's other movies you also want to get.
Yeah.
So
and it's not even like a boutique label treatment where they pack in tons of special features and all of that. Like there's 2 featurettes on there that you get through in under like 10 minutes.
Are you kidding?
That's all you get.
Wow, you've literally talked me out of that.
I mean, they're cool little featurettes, but they go by quick. It's not like a Criterion release, an Arrow.
No, but like even
you blink and miss it.
Yeah, like a standard release nowadays, though, should have way more than that. Should have at least an hour's worth of content.
Oh yeah, and sometimes they will have that. I'm trying to remember which ones. For superhero movies, they've really been slacking on stuff. I think maybe Shazam: Fury of the Gods was one of them that had a decent amount. But it'll be random. It'll be random what new titles get decent special features, like Dungeons and Dragons. Amazing special features. The Super Mario Brothers movie, which I don't care for, had amazing special featers. So it's worth to pick up on that alone. So it's just weird which ones get special features and which ones don't really get anything.
Well, here's the stuff that you get excited about. Obviously, 2 versions of Guardians. You got your slip cover with the white frames there. Reminds me a little bit of that Indiana Jones thing they put out a while back. It's like, I kind of like it, but I kind of am indifferent to it. Like I just feel like, I don't know, all the other covers I think look cooler because there's your steelbook. That's nice. Little 4K of Ferris. Are you going to pick that up?
No, it's a great movie though. So if you don't have it, pick that up. It's just I can't justify a double dip. I have the Hughes collection with all the Blu-rays, and for me to jump from a Blu-ray to a 4K, it's so difficult. It's
you have to sort of prioritize when that's going to happen because like. I'm the same way. I already had that one. I mean, and thanks to you, you were reminding me, hey, that thing you want, Huck, is on sale. So I got that. I picked it up for $13.99. So now I really got it for She's the One.
Is that Some Kind of Wonderful?
Some Kind of Wonderful, and She's the One, right?
Or She's having a baby.
Having a baby, yeah. So it's those because I already had like Pretty in Pink and Breakfast Club and Ferris, so those were already there. So I definitely have enough copies of Ferris. So yeah, and again, that's another thing too. If you do want to upgrade, then like let's wait for Black Friday. And if I can get it for $10, then that might be
Oh yeah.
that'll be worth the dipping. But $25. I got the movie right here, and it's not like I've been like, today I really want to see a 4K of Ferris Bueller, you know. But yeah, Rio Bravo. I'm not a huge old Western guy, so I don't need that. East of Eden, I've never seen. It's funny because I actually found all three of the James Dean movies on DVD at one of my thrift stores through several different visits, like not all at once. And I just bought those for $1 each, just so I can see the movie to see if they resonate with me. Because I mean, it's cool if you have the funds to say, I've never seen that before. I'm going to get it and hope it's good. I'm like, but at $30, what if it's just something? It's a one-time watch.
Yeah.
It's like you with the Steelbook for the Guardians. You're going to watch that once a year, so you've justified that. So for me, let's make sure I like the movie. Nightbreed. Do you remember Nightbreed?
No, never seen it. The characters look like they're from Onward or something like that.
Yeah. It's an interesting film. It's pretty good. I got to see they did a screening of it. The director and stuff sort of did a director's cut of it because the studio messed it up. They just tried to release it in the time when like Freddy was out and this was out, and they just wanted it to be more of a horror movie, but there's a lot more to it than that. Like the Nightbreed, there's actually story to those characters, even though they're the sort of the monsters, and it sort of expands that out a little bit. It makes it a much more interesting film. So yeah, I don't need to jump on the 4K, but it's good. Ferris Bueller. Okay, so we got a Steelbook, which isn't that the same cover of the other Steelbook?
Yep.
It's like nothing new. It's like at least get like Cameron on there, or I don't know, something. Cinderella, another Guardian. See, I kind of like the Guardians cover of the Blu-ray where Groot's sitting on the ground and you got the dog, Like I like that better than the 4K cover.
Oh yeah.
The 4K cover just reminds me of Armageddon. It's like they're all just sort of marching towards the camera in slow-mo. That's what that picture looks to me. Two guns, all right. Oh, you got a Steelbook and a regular slip of that. Big Lebowski. Hasn't that been out already? What is this? Is this another?
Yeah, so they're coming out with the Universal Essential Collection one, which gets jam-packed with a whole bunch of stuff. They did for the Jurassic Park recently, but it's way overpriced. I'm like, no way I'm gonna get that.
$35. All right, let's see an overview. Oh, okay. So you're getting a ton of swag with it here. Well, it's a big book and all that. All right, I get it. That's not bad. Well, look, if you're gonna charge a lot, at least they're putting stuff in there, like a big old booklet and some I don't know if you call those lobby cards. It looks more like just behind the scenes art cards. So, wow. All right. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a big enough fan of that to go $35.
And then they have the Steelbook too as well.
Oh yeah, this one with the bowling ball on it. Now, do they cram the same stuff into the
No.
Steelbook?
I think it's just a Steelbook.
Oh yeah. See, you don't get the book or the art cards or any of that stuff. And that goes for there's no price right here.
I think it's 30. Something like that.
So it's just slightly under that amount. So I mean, but if you wait for a sale, you'll end up getting the regular 4K and all the swag, if you want something. But and we got some more of the steel, the Disney steels. You got
I just ranted on those recently.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I watched you rant. It was great with the Iron Man hand.
Oh my gosh! Like really, a hand? That's the best you could do.
Because I wanted to compliment you for also throwing in, like, when you talk about the original Iron Man Steelbook, you popped it up. Yeah. And dude, that thing is so beautiful. It's just got that fantastic poster art with the colors and the pop and the characters. I'm like,
I wish I would have got it, but it was so expensive. And I'm like, oh, and then it sold out. And I'm like, man.
Right. And now you're paying $40 for your Steelbooks. And I'm sure it was cheaper than that though at the time, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because now they've gone up.
I know those Disney Steelbooks, they never go down in price.
They don't, and you know what? They also don't leave the shelves. No one's buying them. Every time I go in, they're about as thick as they were when I went in. Let's see what else we got. Oh, look, is this a Target? What is this one? Is this? Oh, it's a Walmart exclusive. Well, that's kind of badass, actually. Yeah. That's probably my favorite cover.
Yeah, Walmart's been doing great on their cover art lately.
That might be the one that I get, I think. I mean, I know you got the steel there, but that one looks very, very cool. I gotta admit. It doesn't just look like a, you know, Photoshop pose, you know. FX2, you ever see FX and FX2? Those are fun little movies.
Nope.
He's a makeup effects artist, and Brian Denny, they hire him out to help do stuff, find out people, bad guys and whatnot. So he uses his prosthetic skills, with makeup.
If you want to see a not very funny comedy, there's About My Father right there.
I'm not very funny. Oh my
I
god!
saw it in theaters, and I'm like, yeah, not that great.
Oh my god, De Niro and
Sebastian, yeah,
Maniscalco. Never heard.
He's a really funny comedian too, but they've been trying to put him in movies lately, and it's just not working. They've been doing that a lot. They're trying to get like new comedians to go into movies, and it's not taking off.
Yeah. Now, look, were you a fan of Smile? Because look, that thing is only $13 for the 4K right now.
I thought it was better than I expected because I thought it was going to be terrible. But they have a announcement for a steelbook, right? A 4K steelbook that's coming out. So yeah, I do need it in the collection.
But this one's $13.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I think the rest is going to be some anime stuff. So if you're an anime,
Dragon Ball Z,
all right,
anime.
So, Mike, of these, my friend, okay, you've already got your Guardian Steel.
Yeah.
Any of these other titles gonna get you to order up?
Not day one for sure, but I will get Rio Bravo and East of Eden in the overseas UK Warner Brothers 100-year anniversary collection. So those two are supposed to be in that. So.
Oh, did you go ahead and get that? Did you?
No, I want to get it. I need to get it. I don't think it comes out till, I want to say September. So I need to get it.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Okay. So not one of the 4.
No, not the Blu-ray sets. The 4K set.
Yeah.
Have like 25 movies in it. I think.
Yep. I remember that. I think that's the one I did a video for.
Yeah. Because that one actually has 4K, so that one entices me more to get it. I'm like, at least they're all 4Ks, and a lot of the titles in there I didn't have. So. Well, it's like 300 pounds though. So.
That's that's the one I did a review for. And like if they would have just rotated it out instead of the same titles, I would love to have seen like Purple Rain in there and some other titles that just, instead of repeating the same titles in it,
Yeah, I think I did the math, and I think I didn't have many of the movies. I think maybe I had 8 of the movies, maybe.
But that's good. I think I had half, like 14, like slightly over half, or almost half. So I think Sue's gonna get Guardians, Ferris Bueller, and I don't know. I feel like those are the two. I don't think she's a Western gal, so no Rio Bravo.
Nightbreed, maybe? What about Nightbreed?
Nightbreed does like horror. And I don't know if she'd be picking up any. Have you seen her get any of these Disney steals? I feel like I haven't seen.
Think so.
These popping up with her.
Yeah, I don't see many people getting the Disney stills. I think Tim gets the Disney stills, right? And Tony gets Disney stills, but that's all I can think of on those.
Yeah, there's not a ton of people showing those off. So, all right. So, yeah, that's our guesses for Sue when she gets out there. Nice. All right, let's see what we got here. He was one episode called Haikido. Played Amy's brother before Elliot replaced him. Okay, let's see. Fish. All right, we're just going to see if we got some comments here. Adrian, this my wife says, Adrian was a champ in the chats during trivia last night. Got so many right. Adrian, you're like the chat champ. I'm going to send you a chat champ, trophy. I said it was great last night. See, Laren's name got mentioned a lot too. I'm getting correct answers. Yeah, Laren, I think was killing it last night too. Pure Hangout did a special tribute to Paul Rubens for his thingy last night. Oh, cool. I'll have to pop over there and check that out. Yeah, as soon as that popped up, I was like I said, super bummed and wanted to talk about him this morning. Yes, you did very well, sir. Great show yesterday, guys. My brother Chris did a great job as well. Oh, yeah. Chris is awesome. I'm so happy to have him on there. Your bro's awesome. He and I are Star Trek buddies. So, and he got Tiberius right. Of course he's going to get that right. Come on. My sister and I had one Barbie growing up that we had to share. Oh my God, really? But I remember friends that did have a lot of Barbies. I saw them sprinkled throughout the movie and loved it. Even remembered Alan.
Yeah, I'm like, who is Alan? I'm like, who is this person?
I think Alan was supposed to be Ken's friend,
Yeah.
and no one cared. So it is funny that it's all they're all Kens and they're all Barbies. Like they're just different iterations, right? They don't. It's weird they don't all have different names. So that was the other thing when they're like, "Good morning, Barbie. Good morning, Barbie." It's like, it's like, yeah, they all are named Barbie and they're all named Ken. I jumped on Groove. Oh, I did not jump. Last time I went to Groove, they didn't have anything I was into. I jumped on Groove, picked up Pee-wee's Big Adventure Blu-ray as it didn't have it yesterday. Shortly afterwards, it was sold out. Yep. Oh, see, I didn't think of going over there. That's what happens now that it's sold out. You may not see it for a while. And good man, good snag, Brent. Good job. I think Barbie is becoming an experience. Some of my mom friends are going to the movie with their teenage daughters, dressing up in pink and glitter. Sounds like Mike.
Yeah, I saw tons of people going to the movies dressed up for that. We haven't seen that in a while either for any movie out there. So that was cool. That was a cool experience.
Yeah, I remember like when I saw Mario, I saw a bunch of kids kind of like in Mario costumes, little Mario hats, things like that. What was the one? There was some animated movie, Kit and Paws, you might remember, where kids were dressing up in dresses. Oh, it was the Minions movie. Remember the Minions came out?
Oh, like and people were in suits and stuff.
Yeah, suits and ties. I was like, what is going on? That's funny. Barry Guy says, I have to go see both Barbie and Oppenheimer. Sean saw Oppenheimer and loved it. Yeah, it's good. It's definitely good. But yeah, it'd be funny people just showing up dressed as Oppenheimer.
Oh, I heard people were like even dressing up as Barbenheimer, like half Oppenheimer.
I've seen that. Yes, some guy did a great half and half. It was spectacular. Overshowing the stunt plus making it a part one. I think it will wait. I think I'll wait for the part two and watch them at both streamers. Yeah, I mean that's a yeah. I think that probably got to a lot of people. If you look at the box office, Sound of Freedom was very emotionally powerful. Sad but very good. You agree with that, right?
Yep.
Mission Impossible had an issue that many people haven't seen the earlier movies, so why go? I wanted to see it, but my wife and daughter never watched the early ones. Well, I mean, that is the thing about the Mission Impossibles. The good thing is they kind of stand alone. It helps if you've seen a little bit, sort of like how Top Gun Maverick is a good standalone movie, but if you have seen it, it helps to have seen the first one. You get a little emotional kick by having seen it. But this one, I think just it had me confused because, like, Mike, you were lucky that you watched them all. And I thought, oh, my God, is this bad guy from one of the earlier movies? I do not remember his face at all. And you're like, no, it's just a trick they used in that movie. I'm like, and was that his previous wife in that shot? Like, who is the girl? Like, there's no emotional connection. Yeah. Gets shot. I'm like, okay, I guess like it's maybe his team member. And maybe he just cares about her as a team. Like I have no idea who the girl was and why it was important that guy killed her.
And that was my wife's first Mission Impossible movie.
Oh,
and she was very mad at me afterwards. I recorded a separate reaction of her, but there was too much cussing in it, so I couldn't post it on YouTube. But yeah, no more Mission Impossible movies for her.
Yeah, no. See, you got to show Fallout. That would have been a much better start one.
I try, people.
I came in. That's funny. Mike, you just not enough spice in your life. Laughs. I didn't get it either. Only worms, and I care about the Starship Troopers and Trimmers. Let's see. Saw Haunted Mansion this weekend. Here you go. Really enjoyed it. Saw Talk to Me as well. Good, but only a one-time watch for me.
I agree with Talk to Me. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, but there you go. Another fan of the Haunted Mansion. Barbie is getting a non-movie cinema viewers to go. Yes. Yeah, and doing really good at it. It's a classic, silly movie you'll crack up. Oh, yeah, for Haunted Mansion. Let's see. What movie made you change your life?
What movie changed your life, Huck? I want to know.
Well, I mean, really, it always sounds cliche, but if you're of a certain age, it was, it's kind of two. Because they came out a year apart from each other. And it was Star Wars and Superman the movie. There was something so magical and transformative about seeing those films in the theater. that because with Star Wars, it had the lobby cards out on the wall, like, and when that was a thing, man, and you would go and look at those things, and seeing those images of the ships and the robots and the characters. I mean, there was like when I was walked into the lobby, I'm like, what is this movie? Like, I had no clue. Like, there was no hype when I went to see it. I just, as a kid, I saw the logo because we were all in a car with my brother. Believe it or not, this is how I ended up seeing Star Wars, Mike. We were going to go see Phantom of the Paradise, a movie I still haven't seen, oddly enough. And it was sold out. So we had the newspaper in the car, and literally, like, the ad was like just that big and just said Star Wars. And I could tell it was a sci-fi thing. It probably had maybe an X-Wing in the shot. I'm like, hey, can we go see Star Wars? Because I was a sci-fi nerd. And he's like, all right. So we went and saw Star Wars. And that's the hype. That's all I had was the picture in the paper. And we got there, and then it was the lobby cards and all that stuff. And then the film and the opening shot with the huge ship. I was like, what is this movie? I mean, my head was exploding. And this also, halfway through, they went to black and closed the curtains for an intermission. So you could run out, get more popcorn, more drink, hit the bathroom, and come back. I'm like, man, I don't even know if I moved, or if I did, I made it fast and got right back. So, like, just that alone made me want to come out to California and see what movies are about, and editing and all that stuff is all part of that. And then Superman was just magical because that was my favorite superhero character, and to see him come to life in such a believable way with Christopher Reeve, it just was like, that's what got me into film. So really kind of did change my life and the trajectory and my love for film. So got to be those two. What about you?
Yeah, movies like Life of a King and Coach Carter, because that got me into the education field I'm in now. So just those inspirational stories of helping the youth and all that, being a mentor, and so that's definitely life changing.
And those, and when you saw those, you felt like you wanted to do that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, because you get such an emotional connection of, okay, if these students had a mentor like a Coach Carter, right, that type of thing, how their life could be different. So
that's really cool. But I think that is the magic of media in general. Because I was talking to some Star Trek fans, and I do a lot of the posts and stuff like that, the groups, and and it's true. A lot of people say they went into NASA or engineering because they saw Scotty. Some people wanted to be a doctor because of Bones, and it's like it's if something's presented in such a way that really connects, it literally can change the direction of your life and influence you. So that's neat. That's neat to hear that. What did you think about Loki season 2 trailer? Oh, you know what? Look, I saw that on my screen last night, but I watched Buffy instead. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer either.
Which movie you hated but everyone loved? Well,
Barbie.
And for me, it was always 2001. I just can't get into it. It's just not. No. Vinegar Syndrome movie Prospect is a Pedro Pascal sci-fi classic. Okay. Is it though? Hey, Huckster and Mike, good morning.
Larry.
It's cats. Paul Rubens voiced the character Bob's Burgers. There you go. Nice. Yeah, like I said, those actors did so much good stuff. Like, they're so talented. So I hope you're doing well. Nice. Let's see. Hey, Adrian. Let's see. Is it true Sony want to make Spider-Man 4 Tobey Maguire? I've heard the rumors.
They've been saying that for years, though.
Yeah. Because, I mean, what do you want to put out more right now? Like, the fan service of that movie was huge. But really, the youthful audience out now still wants to go see Tom Holland Spider-Mans. You know what I mean? So, like, if a Tobey one comes out, we're going to want to go see that. But, like, for example, my daughter, when she saw it, she didn't know who those other two Spider-Men were. There was no connection to her whatsoever. But she had seen the other Spider-Man in the Avengers movies and stuff like that. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd be totally down for that because it was fun to see him in that Spider-Man No Way Home. But, yeah, I don't know. As far for a mass audience, how's that going to do? Is that too much like trying to do an indie Crystal Skull Dial of Destiny where that's appealing, Go ahead.
And I think they've waited too long on it. Like, right after No Way Home came out, I would have tripled down and been like, okay, Tom Holland Spider-Man 4 is coming out, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 4, Amazing Spider-Man 3 with Garfield, let's go have their separate movies, and then some come back with another team up movie. I think that could have worked if it happened like boom boom right after, but now they've waited too long. So
yeah, you're totally right. You got to strike while the iron is hot. And think about that. Like the fever of those characters coming together was huge. But you're right. If you wait too long, yeah, it's over.
then it becomes the Indiana Jones 5. You know, you wait too long.
Yeah. And look, I love Indy, but it was just and I liked the movie. Like I said in my review, it was a fun ride. But he's just the younger Indy gets stuff done. He whoops ass, gets stuff done, and he struggles, but he still aces it. And this one, he was just getting tossed around, getting his ass kicked. I'm like, I don't like seeing Indy that happen to Indy, So I don't know. I mean, he's older, so that's what's going to happen. But do we want to see that? Apparently, no, we did not want to see that. Rise Volume 3, yeah, today and Disney Plus. Oh, it's on Disney Plus as well. There you go. See? So that way, if you don't want to pluck the money down right now, although it's very rare that Disney drops their price. But sometimes around Black Friday, a lot of those Marvel movies got as low as $13.99. That was the lowest. That's the sweet spot of Marvel Disney. When they get low priced, it's $13.99. That's it. You're not going to get it. Although once in a while, like I saw Tangled for $9.99 or Onward was at Big Lots for I think $9.99.
Oh,
so
yeah, on Amazon, I will catch a few different Disney titles that will get to that $8.99 mark, like Lion King, a few different ones once in a while. It's rare though.
yeah, you got if you hadn't already bought it. Lionsgate does their fans right with their steelbooks. $22 for beautiful.
I agree. Lionsgate's the best in the business right now.
And and to me, it's all the same content. It's a steel book with a movie inside. That's it. So it's like there's nothing different that Marvel's given us. It's just good steel books, movie inside. That's it. So how is that a $15, $20 price hike? Because they're Marvel, movies or a Disney classic. That's where more people are spending money. I actually, when I went out shopping, I don't know if you saw my thing where I got Sandlot. I've never seen it, so I'm about to find out. Sandlot's worth all the hype. Have you seen?
Oh, it's Sandlot? A good one. Yeah, it's a good one. You like coming of age stories? You're gonna love it.
Yeah, I do. So I want to check that out. And I saw the clip. That's the one with the pool, right? Where the
lifeguard.
I saw that one clip. I'm like, all right, that's actually pretty funny. So that's the only thing I've seen. But I had Dread in my hand, and I forgot to go back for it.
I need to get that Dread steel book.
And it's beautiful. It was like $19.99. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll get that because it's a 4K.
Yep.
So if I go back out today, I'll see if it's still there. All right, let's see. Okay, boys, name 2 other movies. One that Huck loves and Mike hates and vice versa. Well, I mean, other movies, so we can't say Barbie anymore. I don't know. Well, you know what? I guess I liked Mario, but you didn't like that.
Yeah, it's tough to think of one because I feel like we're pretty close on movie watching. Like, we usually like similar movies, so.
Yeah, I think we've clicked on just about everything else. Yeah, I don't know the other one.
Yeah,
have to go with that one. It's always interesting to hear my opinion. Yeah, because we also need to know each other's filmography more. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like we do click on a lot of stuff, though. Just imagine if Disney releases She-Hulk Attorney at Law Steelbook with the She-Hulk twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. Dude, I'd be buying it. Totally. Getting it. Let's go. Shake it, She-Hulk. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. All right. Loki season 2 looks awesome. Did you watch the trailer, Mike? I think you said
I have not seen the trailer for that.
All right. So that's our homework. We'll do that. I wonder what Sue's picking up to. I tell you, Adrian, we're predicting definitely Guardians, Ferris, Nightbreed, perhaps, because it's a good horror movie. And that's it. That's it. Because I don't know if she clicks with like Big Lebowski or any of those Disney steals. So I think she's picked up a couple of the ones that she likes. Such a good week. Yes, Tiana, it is. August is packed. How are you, Tiana? Always good to see you. Tiana, my Blu-ray queen. Look at that, girl. Getting some caveman love there. Let's see. I agree, Huck. Nightbreed is an interesting film. It made me think about some of the weird creatures I sometimes dream about at night. Right? Or sometimes meet during the day at Starbucks. Been known to happen. Hello, Tiana. Let's see. Dimension Scats. What's up? Okay, so The Big Lebowski better come with a white Russian recipe, right? Exactly.
They should release like a drink mixture one of these days with Big Lebowski branding on it. Why not?
Yeah, right. That is kind of funny though, Alexander. They should have at least like an art card inside that has like the drink, with a little water stain on the bar, and then its ingredients. I mean, that would be why not? I mean, look. Let's face it, adults are buying that movie. It's like a kid's gonna get it and have the contents to make that drink. Because like nowadays, if they really wanted to, they could just go online, find the ingredients. You know what I mean? But it would be a fun art card. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna have to make one. It'll be one of my customs. I got to give that movie another watch, though. Were you a fan of Big Lebowski?
That is not my style of humor at all. So,
See?
like, I did kind of want to get the Steelbook because I don't have it in my collection, but I'm like, how many times am I really going to watch this? I don't click with it. I just don't get it. Like, some people watch it and laugh hysterically.
Oh, yeah.
No, and the movie's not really about anything. Like, what he's trying to get his rug back, but then
yeah,
like,
the rug, man. it brings the room together, man. Yeah, I don't know. See. I'm with you on that. When I saw it, I was like, I don't get it. But a good friend of mine, Wink, he loves that movie. It's like his jam. He dressed as the John Goodman character for Halloween once and looked awesome. But yeah, I definitely don't want to buy a steelbook of something I don't click with. But I feel like I do need to see it again and see because if it just doesn't click, then there you go. There's no point in filling up my shelves, right?
Yeah.
But the movie I won't put back in. Caveman says Big Top Pee Wee's on Paramount, Mike.
Oh, there we go.
See Big Top. It's good. See, there you go, everybody. Go catch your Big Top Pee Wee. Caveman saying, Fish, you killed it. So you guys surprised when Fish showed up?
Oh, I was surprised.
Yeah, I was having a little secret talk with Fish. It's so weird, Mike. It's like I forgot that I had upgraded so long ago, but I've never done anything that brought more than 6 people on.
Yeah.
So I still felt like I was at the 6 people limit. And then as I was looking into it, I'm like, oh no, wait, I'm good to go.
Yeah, when you were saying that at first, I'm like, what? If you've upgraded, you should have the max amount of numbers. Because there's only a couple plans there, and I think the last plan, the main thing is just getting like 4K quality out of it.
Yeah.
But getting the people should be right when you upgrade once. So
yeah, for what we do, we don't need the 4K. And it's funny because it's a $10 difference per month to just take the watermark away.
Yeah.
It's like if you don't want the StreamYard logo, it's instead of $10 a month, it's $20 a month. I'm like, whoa, that's a big jump. I figure like if they would do it $2 or $3, I think people would just That's not.
I went all out with the largest one. I don't know if the 4K has made any difference. I don't know. You people tell me out there.
Oh, you did do the 4K?
Oh, I did everything. I'm like, you know what? If I'm gonna do it, I'm just gonna do it all at once. Let's go. Let's see if it helps.
Rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if it's made a difference anyway. I don't even know if my internet can handle the quality. So I don't know if it helps, it hurts. I don't know.
It actually downgrades you to Blu-ray quality.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know if the 4K, Mike. I don't feel like I'm seeing that.
Well,
especially when half the time you go, am I okay? Am I freezing up?
Yeah.
I think too, it's like if everybody has a 4K camera, then you're noticing. But I think most of us, like, I just have a 720 camera here. I mean, I can upgrade.
See, I do have my webcam is 4K. See, I just don't know what the audience is seeing. The audience has to communicate with me. I don't know what you guys are seeing, but I think it's my internet. The internet kills me here. So
yeah. Well, let's see. I like that Fish saying Caveman. You did well. Caveman, you were great last night as well, dude. You're very funny. I loved your owl robot. I wasn't sure what that was, and I think Mike, did you recognize it as being the owl ship from Watchmen?
No, I didn't recognize that till it was pointed out, and I'm like, oh, okay, gotcha.
Released individually. All right. Are you? What is that?
Dragon Ball Z. Whoa, Dragon Ball Z releasing.
Oh, okay. There you go. I don't know. Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, I was showing a lot of those on.
Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. So let's take a peek for Alexander, because I believe you're a big fan of those, right? Let's see. So yeah, there's a bunch of Dragon Ball Z's. Look at that. So like season 9, 1, 7, 2, 3.
On the Blu-ray, though.
Yeah, so look, and there's a big old honking box set right there. So there you go, Alexander. If you're a huge fan, for $190, you can own this delicious Dragon Ball Z.
I feel like they just came out with a better set than that, though, for Dragon Ball Z. One
Really?
that looked nicer, yeah. I don't know, and I don't know if it was Blu-ray or 4K. It was super expensive, though, so I'm like, nope, can't do it. But I love Dragon Ball Z growing up. We had all the seasons.
Oh,
That
did
was my go-to anime show. So,
Oh,
I mean, it felt very superhero-like. Like the characters, I'm like, this is like a superhero show.
right. Yeah, I've seen some of the stuff, but yeah, I didn't grow up with it, so I'm not connected. I got an old roommate who's a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. So, yeah, that's a pricey chunk. I need Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Still don't own it. Yeah, it's a great movie, Alexander. Go snag it. Today's the day. I'm buying as many Guardians as I can get.
See, I can't do it. The double dipping stuff. I can't do it.
Tony, get out there, Tony. I want no less than 3 copies in your cart. And fight over them with Dave too, so you can't get a copy. Just snatch them all. You guys are hilarious. We'll find out later today. I'm gonna get 2 Guns. Yeah, that's a movie that's on sale today. When it's on sale, I have to order it from the USA Amazon. So 2 Guns.
I haven't seen that one. I was curious about it, but I've never seen it.
Because that's Denzel and Marky Wahlberg. Gosh, y'all. That was totally Owen Wilson, not Mark Wahlberg. All right. Gosh, y'all. Loki. All the artwork looks amazing, Tony. Yes, it does. Tony. I want that as well. Tiana just can't decide on slip or steal. Are you just going to see it in person, Tony? Is that the deal? You got to look at it like Dave, sniff it, rub it on your face, see if it calls your name. What Scooby-Doo monster makes you scared when you were a little kid and can't go to the bathroom? That's hilarious.
The one that's in the ocean. The diver one.
Oh yeah, the diving bell helmet. Yeah, and then because that was one with the glowing skull, and they always had that like that laugh. Yeah, he was pretty scary. And then there was also that almost a Frankenstein lumbering one. It was pretty good. And I was always kind of freaked out by that robot. You know, when Scooby's got the barrel on his head and all you see is his feet running, and he hits and he looks up and it's that blue robot with the glowing eyes. That one always kind of freaked me out, like, run, Scoob! Like, and they all had the same sort of the same moan. It's probably the same voiceover actor doing all the guys. I think Basement Blues and Tim are the only whales who buy everything and have those Disney steals.
What's a whale?
Why are they whales?
I'm like, is that a new term?
Those 2 whales out there grabbing those steel books. I want to call them right now. Hey, Huck and Mike, I saw that you finally bought the Fisher King on Criterion, Mike.
Yep. Fisher King's great. Highly recommend.
Oh, good. You liked it? I'm glad.
Very good.
Isn't Robin phenomenal?
Yeah. And I liked how they combined the fantasy elements with the real world. Like, that worked really cool. That was unique.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's one of my favorite Terry Gilliam films. It's the most solid, I think.
Yeah. And you got the romance in there. I'm a sucker for romance movies, so.
Oh, yeah. Dimension says, I'm playing Tekken 2. Childhood plays.
Dimension, you're cheating on Mortal Kombat there?
You know, you gotta sometimes, walk the wild side. I love that Guardians 3 Walmart exclusive color. Huck. Yeah, it looks sweet, man. That might be one I go out and get today. Hi ho, it's off to work I go. Have a great Blu-ray Tuesday, everyone. There you go, man. I put you to song, Fish. I think Sue already has the Blu-ray Steelbook of Ferris Bueller. Yes, but is it the 4K? Did she get that early? Did she get an early copy of the 4K? I mean, I think she's got the Blu-ray Steelbook, but yeah. And that's the thing, too. Are you going to want to get the Steelbook again? The exact same Steelbook, but that's like the Wayne's World came right back out with that exact same orange Steelbook with all the quotes. And I'm like, No.
I was so happy I didn't have the Blu-ray, so I was able to get the 4K steelbook of
Oh,
that.
you're so lucky.
Uh,
Yeah, but see, that's what that pisses me off about Paramount
oh yeah.
is that they keep testing us to see if we want the title, and then we're like, of course we do. We buy that, and they go, all right, then we'll put the fork out. Well, do it at the same time. Do it at the same time,
Yeah.
because yeah, I mean, you gotta watch out those tactics. I don't play that all the time. I'm not so much a 4K guy that I instantly have to bail on a really good steelbook and throw it away just to get a new one. Because you can't really resell them. No one's really going to buy it. Oh, wait, hang on. I did that already. There we go. I had an Allen. Did you have an Allen? That's funny. And did he know Kung Fu like the one in the movie? It's so funny. He just took out all the guys. It's like, wow, go Allen. Have a great day, fish. Have a great day. Have a great day at work. Everyone wishing fish a good day at work. It's fun to see everyone wearing pink for Barbie. Did you wear pink, Tiana? Did you go in wearing pink? I think teens were dressing in tuxes and gowns. Yeah, for the Minions movie, I think you meant. It was for a TikTok challenge. Oh, it was a TikTok thing. Of course, it was a TikTok thing. People are going to go see Barbie and Oppenheimer and call themselves Atomic Blonde. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Mike, are you an Atomic Blonde?
I know, right?
That's very funny. Paul Rubens was also in Cheech and Chong's Nice Dreams movie, played Howie the Hamburger Dude. Like a caveman dropping some Pee-wee knowledge. Tiana, I stole it, but it's funny. It is funny. Come on, that is good stuff. We're gonna pass that around, Marriott, today. Which every time we can drop that like we own it, but we don't. I'm hoping to see Haunted Mansion on Thursday.
Good choice.
Mike apparently is thumbs up in that one. Rocky Horror Picture Show, people dressed up. Oh yeah, for sure. But that was a thing. Like that was literally the thing for that movie, and they still do. I remember going to that. I never dressed up, but I always loved the people that did. They always got in front of the screen and knew the entire movie word for word. It's quite the experience. Like no other movie like that. I remember that Star Wars was in theaters for nearly a year. Yep. Same thing for me with Raiders. Raiders of the Lost Ark and Superman were in it for a long time. Raiders went, I think, 61 weeks. If my friend Keith is watching or watches some playback. We were both in Louisiana, and there was this multiplex. And they played it for, I think, 61 weeks. And even when they let it go, Mike, they put an ad in the paper saying Indiana, Raiders rides off into the sunset for the final week. Like it was such a big deal that they posted a goodbye for it. And they said it was even still doing well at midnight screenings. Like they were, because we had a lot of midnight screenings back in the day. So yeah, it was still doing good, but they just had to, take it away. Imagine that, a movie in the theater for that long. Watching random episodes of Buffy. Yeah, I got my Buffy up there. Let's see. Huck says, I think Barbie's killing it because everyone likes Margot Robbie. She is gorgeous, and a lot of women like Ryan Gosling. So yeah, I mean, not gonna lie, there's probably truth in that. It's two hot people, and unless you're Mike, they're highly entertaining on screen. Let's see. Interesting. Did you like La La Land, Mike?
Oh yeah. I have La La Land.
That one clicked with you?
I like musicals, so
I need to watch that one again. Yeah, I did. I thought that was a fantastic steelbook with the slide off thing. That was great.
Yeah. And I also like movies about Hollywood. So if you have a movie that focuses on
Oh,
Hollywood,
yeah.
you already got me there.
Number 3 crapped on so hard. Sony seems timid about. For the Spider-Man thing. Yeah, the Garfield one. Yeah. We're never gonna see it. It's like Mike, you said, the iron was hot and it's gone. Like no one now cares to see it. I mean, you gave Andrew like that sort of conclusion he needed. He saves the girl, and Toby just came back and was funny. That's our button on those guys, unless they bring them back for another one. So now, how about this though? Do you think because they went back to their other universes, right? And then he does the spell with Doctor Strange so that everyone forgets Peter Parker is Spider-Man, or do it was to forget that he's Peter Parker, right? That's why Mary Jane doesn't really. They don't have their connection in them anymore, and his buddy, they're not best friends anymore. It's kind of a sad ending to that movie. But do you think the two Spider-Mans remember him, or are they?
That's a good question. I didn't even think about that one. I don't think so. I would assume everybody forgot everybody, but at this point, they can't keep it straight anyway. I mean, it's all continuity, schmontinuity at this point. Too much multiverse. And,
That whole thing.
yeah, I mean, once you do so much multiverse and timeline jumping and all that stuff, it just becomes a mess anyway. So we'll
It
probably
does.
just do whatever at this point.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm just kind of over that crutch. Like, I don't want to see time anymore. Like,
I agree.
time travel, unless you Back to the Future or something.
Yeah, unless the movie's like that's the focus is time for that specific movie. I don't like time travel in other movies.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want it popping up as a convenient crutch.
Yeah.
In a film. Craig, it says, Craig, there was a local theater here that screened Rocky Horror several times a year. They drove motorcycles up and down the aisle. No way. Through toilet paper whenever Scott and hot dogs. That's good stuff.
Yeah, need some liability insurance there, though.
I know, right? It's like, you do know how to ride that bike, right? No, I got it. But you know that Eddie crashes through a wall. You're not going to do that, are you? Lionsgate is on point with their pricing. Yes, they are. Windy Peppercorn. So awesome. Who's getting older? I appreciate the new Indiana Jones. It just shows you can still succeed with age. Yeah. No, I'm all for like he's still doing stuff, but I mean, as a movie goer, I think the audience just wasn't there. I mean, I'll still pick it up because I like Indy. God, Dread is so epic. I'm gonna pick it up this weekend. Go get it, son. Dread. Yep. Smalls. Yeah. And that's everything. As I know the line, you're killing me, Smalls. Now I need to see what the context is. You know, like, I want to see what that is when I finally see it. Yeah, dog's going crazy out there. And here I was secretly hoping for a boxing match. Well, between me and Mike. The Dread 4K still looks awesome. It does. Just got back from my walk, and you're still here. Yes, of course you're there. It's me and Mike. We're just gabbing it up. It's 9:30. I guess we should wrap it up soon. This has been a nice one, Mike. Can I confirm or deny that I knew Fish would be on the show?
Ooh, delusion.
Yeah, that's right. Mike, did you like the Punisher statue?
Oh, that was awesome. See, I really want a fancy Punisher statue, but I'm like, the prices are too much.
Yeah,
like, I can never do those hot toys and stuff. I'm like, that's why I stick with Funko Pops. It's like they're cheap enough. So,
yeah.
Oh,
those hot toys. Yeah. Chris McNearney, he's got some really great hot toys we're gonna share on our next Collectors Club. They're super good, so we're going to squeeze him in so you can see.
I just can't do it. It's like $300 for.
I know.
I'm like, that's a lot of movies right there.
That is, dude. That's a lot of movies, and yeah, that's a lot of money. On last week's stream, on time, 1080p was the highest I could go, but it looked really good. I think that I have a 4K webcam now.
Okay. So maybe it works then on a. I guess it just depends what kind of camera you have then.
Yeah, the camera and then your connection and stuff like that. Like your connection's looking pretty good. Yeah. Look at this guy. Look how handsome that guy. Look at that. Looking good. Let's see. Which favorite anime live action movie? So anime. Going anime.
Wait, like an anime movie that was turned into live action? Live action.
I mean, I don't know if I've seen enough animes that are live act. I mean, do you count like Mortal Kombat? But that's like a video game.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't know if I even have one off the top of my head.
Yeah, I don't think they've done a great one. Like that Dragon Ball Evolution movie was terrible. One of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
That was so bad.
Like, and I know Avatar, not the way one, but the one that
Oh yeah, the Shyamalan one.
Shyamalan did wasn't great. So yeah, I guess I don't have one. Is Scooby-Doo the best live action movie? Like from a cartoon? No,
Scooby-Doo movies were okay as a kid.
Yeah, they were fun, but
Matthew Lillard in there.
Yeah, I like Scooby-Doo, and written by James Gunn. So you gotta love that. It's got Sarah Michelle Gellar, which is awesome. If you've never seen Robin Williams in A World According to Garp, I highly recommend it for everyone. John Lithgow is great. Yes, he was. That was a good movie. And it's good about that is everyone knows Robin does drama now, so you can watch that and not expect it, to be funny.
Like Samir had both of those.
If you like La La Land, what about Whiplash and Babylon?
I agree. Amazing.
Very good. Thumbs up. I really liked World According to Garp. Robin, John Lithgow, Glenn Close. Yes, they were all brilliant. Indeed. Whiplash is my favorite Damien Chazelle movie. Did I pronounce it right? Chazelle?
Chazelle? I think that's how.
Why the Phantom wearing purple spandex? It's ridiculous. Yeah, the Phantom right back there. Yeah, I know, right? Like the loudest, brightest color. It's because that's how confident he is.
Yeah.
He can wear loud, obnoxious purple. Hey, everyone. What's up, Starship? Well done again last night, sir. Great having you on. Hey, Chris. Indiana Jones, Star Wars were in theater for a long time because you couldn't watch them at home. That's true. They didn't put them on cable for a long time. There was no physical media that would have had them. Yeah, I mean, there's some truth in that. Times they are a changing. Hey, 4K. Mike, if you like Hollywood movies, one to add to your watch list should be LA Confidential with Kevin Spacey, Guy Pearce, and Kim Basinger. Russell Crowe and Danny DeVito. Have you seen that?
Nope, haven't seen it.
It's a good one. And let's see, Mariana says, have a great day, guys. And Chad, going to watch a couple of episodes of From now. I just started it, and it looks promising. Have you watched it? I haven't seen that yet, but I did. What was the one? Like you told me to watch is the Gunk World According to Gunk or Gunk World. That was very funny. Can't remember the title, but that was a really good show. Nerf Herders rule. Yes, well done, Nerf Herders. Well done. They got the little bragging rights. All right, Mike. I guess we're kind of running to the end here. Anything? Any other hot topics you wanted to talk about before we wrap it up today?
Hot topics? I don't know. Can't think of anything. What do you got, Huck?
Well, I guess the only other hot topic is we're continuing the run of our week-long Collectors Club. What an extravagance so far. I am going to be so thrilled to pass the buck for the rest of this. It was a little exhausting starting 3 off in a row, man. I tell you, it was a lot of work.
And now the next one will be on my channel. Yay. Right. I still got to get everything set up for that, so that'll be done today. But yeah, tomorrow night, Christopher Nolan stream, so celebrating all his filmography, basically because of the release of Oppenheimer. So we're going to talk all his movies, recommend them, rank them. I don't know. We're going to do something with them, but tune into that.
Yes. That'll be good. And then the day after, we have Derek's movie poster battle. After that, we have Tim's movie recommendations, where if you watched on Sunday night, we recommended movies to each other. I still need to get on that because, again, I've been doing all this prep for all these shows. And now, as soon as I sign off today, I'm like, all right, I'm going to sneak at least one of those in today. Not sure which one, but yeah.
And then Saturday, the recap show on my channel.
The recap show. Yep. What you got planned for that, Mike? Anything special? Wink, wink.
Good question, Huck.
You guys have to tune in.
It's going to be a very simple show, everybody. We're just hanging out. We're going to be answering questions, just reminiscing about the week, talking about some of our favorite moments, some, just our memories. That's all it's going to be.
It'll be 17 minutes long.
Fancy there.
17 minutes long, in and out. It'll be like,
it'll be quick. Just.
That's funny. All right, well, we're going to say goodbye to everybody here. Starships. It is Kunk on Earth. Yes, love that. She was hilarious. Examples like Alita Battle Angel. Okay, that I did see. That was pretty good. So I guess that's I didn't see the Pikachu, though. My daughter saw the Pikachu movie and loved it. She thought it was great.
Oh, Detective Pikachu is great. That's a good call out.
So I guess if we can go off of those, I'll pick Battle Angel. You'll pick Pikachu, right? Yep. So there you go. Have a good rest of your day. Same to you, James. Look, everyone's just signing off. Great as always. Nerf Herders rule. Yep. Had fun doing trivia. Actually, my first time doing trivia, and you were excellent, sir. Thank you for bringing your energy and your mojo and all your goodness to the show. Hit that like button on your way out. Yes, by the way, how are we doing, y'all? Come on. So let's take a peek. We are at 20 likes. Not bad. 24 watching right out the door. 20 likes. I like to get to that even number, Mike. As soon as I tell someone, all right, that's good, you can stop there. Someone hits one more like and it goes to 21. Drives me crazy. I got to get to the 5s,
So that means 25 likes. Somebody else has to come in and give 25. There we go.
Somebody just did it. They hit 24. Come on.
There you go. One more.
That was so fast. Come on now. When is the Nolan stream? It is tomorrow night on Mike's channel. So be there. We'd love to see you. And there it is.
6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hit that notification bell.
And you guys are so amazing, literally out the door. You got me to 25, but you pushed me over to 26 just now.
There you go.
So you guys know how to push my buttons in the perfect way possible. All right. That's it, Mike. Thanks for joining me today. Had a good time with you, man.
Oh, thanks for having me.
We just so natural, just chatting up a storm. So,
Yeah.
all right. So until tomorrow night, Mike, I'll see you then. And I'll see everybody next week at the next mug. Have a good day, muggers.
Later.
Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming by and sharing your time with me. So until next time, be safe, be kind. We'll see you on the next one.